Dr. James JC Cooley. That's right.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on The Answer. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on The Answer.
Yeah. Dr. James JC Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley. And wow, I'm excited. A couple of reasons I'm excited. First of all, just absolutely fantastic guests that we got on the show. You're talking about inspire. You're talking about enlightenment. Yeah, you're talking about just uplifting. This guest is so absolutely, I can tell you again, powerful. And you know, she's going to excite you today. I mean, I just want everybody to grab about 8-9 bags of popcorn right now because we got it coming today. And I'm also excited because tomorrow, me and my beautiful bride, we'll be leaving on our vacation, Caribbeans.
Oh, thank God.
We had to, so it's a vacation, I believe, Dr. Michelle Cooley, that's much needed. And I'm looking forward to this vacation because we come back. There's so much other stuff that's going on that we just have to turn around, come back, exhale, and start over again. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Yes, I've got exactly less than 2 hours to stop working, and then I am done. Out of office is on, voicemail letting you know I'm out of the office, done.
You know, I'm excited about this guest, Michelle. I mean, but you know her. I'm not going to give it away. I know if I call her name right now, you're going to beat me up because you didn't have my opportunity to introduce her properly. You know, but I'm excited to have her on. And what we're going to be talking about is changing lives. And I believe that bridging gaps, changing lives. And I think that's so important in our society today. It's to show your current situation is not your final destination. That whatever that might mean, this young lady right here is changing thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of lives. And so I'm excited to have her on today to talk about some of the things that she's doing and also help encourage our views and listeners and audience. And I tell you what, one other thing, regardless whatever platform you're watching, whether you watch us on E360 television, transfer TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Rumble, listen to us on AM 660 The Answer, AM 1170 The Answer, AM 660 out of Dallas, AM 1170 out of San Diego, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Welcome to the show. If you want to be part of the conversation, whichever platform that you're watching us on, all you have to do is go to the platform. Comments, ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. Michelle, can you please tell our listeners and our viewers the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and introduce this absolutely magnificent guest?
Yes, the title of today's show is called Bridging Gaps and Changing Lives, Empowering Leaders to Create Global Impact Through Education. And we're having a sit-down conversation with Dr. Jacqueline Mohair. She's an entrepreneur, visionary leader, and educator. She's going to talk about the power of education transforming communities, embracing leadership through emotional intelligence, building global networks for long-term impact, and from vision to reality, strategies for implementing purpose-driven goals. So let's tell you a little bit about her again. Again, she's a visionary leader, entrepreneur, and educator with a passion for empowering individuals to bridge gaps and create lasting change. As the founder and chancellor of Trinity International University of Ambassadors, Trinity International Chaplaincy Institute, and the TIUA School of Business, she has dedicated her life to providing accessible education, leadership development, and global opportunities. With over a decade of experience, Dr. Mohair specializes in ministry, business, education, and personal development, leveraging her experience to inspire and equip leaders worldwide. She's also a celebrated author, humanitarian, and speaker who continues to impact lives through her dynamic programs and initiatives. Please welcome back to the show, Dr. Jacqueline Mohair.
How you doing, Dr. Mohair? How you doing?
I am just simply amazing. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful, cold day here in Georgia, but I'm just simply amazing. How are you, Dr. Cooley and Dr. Michelle Cooley?
We're doing good.
As Michelle mentioned earlier, we are just winding down right now because it's a much needed. We're going to Orlando, Florida, a couple of days, and then we're going to jump on a boat and head to the Caribbean. And you know, and that's one way of generating relaxation and also oneself. So, Dr. Mohair, it's an absolute pleasure having you on the show. I know you've been on a couple of times before, but you're doing so many magnificent things. And I want the whole world to know that I'm a graduate of TIUA, and so is Michelle. So, and this is the founder and the chancellor. And it's just so amazing. I mean, over the years, Doc, to first of all get an opportunity to meet you, know you, and call you friend, and to see the life that you are changing, and also, from a God perspective. I think all of those things are so important, and encouraging others that you can do anything you set your mind to. So, my first question for you, Doc, is: you from the country just like me? I'm you from a large family just like me. So can you tell our viewers and our listeners a little bit more about you, where you grew up, what inspired you to become who you are and do things that giving back to so many others, and you done made it look easy, Doc.
Oh my goodness, Dr. Cooley, Dr. Cooley. First, let me just say thank you for having me back on the show today. It is always a privilege and humbled experience to be here. So I'm honored and excited to be here. Well, like you said, we both grew up in the country. I'm just a country girl from the SIP, Mississippi. But I must say that I grew up in humble beginnings. My father was always one that was in the community. My mother was an educator. So I would say early on in life, it was instilled in me to get out in the community. Grew up in church. He was a deacon. My mother was on the mother's board. And so it was already instilled in me to reach the masses and to just, be a steward of help. And being that I grew up with an educator, my mother always pushed me in education. So it was either education or it was ministry, right? And so I just believe that now is the time to walk in all the things that God has called us to walk in and do it unapologetically. He has given us the power from the foundations of the world. He said, I knew you before I formed you into your mother's womb. He said he had a plan and a purpose for our life. So I believe that the things that we have gone through in life, the trials, the tribulations, things of that nature, it comes to build our muscles. It also comes to us so that we can be in position to share the testimonies of which and where God has brought us from. So my humble beginnings started right there in the SIP from a small town such as Kosciuszko, Mississippi, the birthplace of Oprah Winfrey. So if you know anything about Oprah, there's some greatness that got started right there in Kosciuszko.
Oh, wow. Okay, I tell you what, we probably got about a minute and a half before the first commercial, but Dr. Mohair,
yes,
if you had to choose one adjective to describe who you are and whose you are, what would that adjective be and why?
That adjective would be visionary. And I'll tell you why, because at my very core, I am a visionary. God has given me that ability to dream. He's given me that ability to think forward and ahead. And I would say visionary. He's given us that great power to create. You see, Dr. Cooley, when he created us in his likeness. And being that we are created in his likeness, he gave us the power to create, the power to be that visionary. And so being that visionary, it allows me to create opportunities, empower individuals, and inspire lasting change. So I view challenges as a stepping stone. Remember, I said these things come to build up our muscles. And so I aim to see potential, whereas others see limitations. Because, see, God has given us the power. We are the ones with limited beliefs put the limits on ourselves. When he has
hold
given us
hold that though. I want to come back to that potential thing. Hey, whichever platform that you're watching us on, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you got to do is go to the comments. Ask any questions that you might have. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? In everything that you do.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
Heaven abounds in you, enlightens, uplifts, inspires, and invites you to live a life that's engaged, joyous, and limitless, the sweet spot of life. Take this journey in oneness. We are and have all that God, the infinite creative source of the universe, is. You are infinite potentiality, and the kingdom of heaven is within you. Heaven abounds in you.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And I tell you, last segment, I almost skipped the commercial break. I mean, Dr. Mohair started teaching. I wish we had a couple more minutes, but she hit on something about potential. Potential, I believe. God gives all of us a purpose and potential to discover that within us and to go out and enlighten others. And I believe that this young lady that I could call young lady is all about inspiring others to achieve the greatness that are in you. But you have to work for it. You have to dig deep inside of you and work for it. She mentioned potential. And I want to pick it back up from there, dog.
Okay.
And I see Dr. Ballin's like, teach, goddess.
Well, I mean, Dr. Cooley, you asked me, you said, what was that adjective? And it's being a visionary. Sometimes people can't see what's on the other side or what's on the inside of them. And sometimes others can see. They can see. And when I say that, I think about those teachers that I had in elementary school, those teachers I had in high school, when it felt like I couldn't go no further, or it felt like, or let me say it this way, I put limits on my own self. They told me you can do it. I see some greatness in you. You can do it. Well, guess what? The Bible already said there's some hidden treasures on the inside of you. So if the Bible said that there are some hidden treasures on the inside of you, then anything that is of value, you have to go dig deep and you have to go seek and find. Why do I say seek and find? Because if you're looking for that gold, you're looking for that gem, you're looking for that, that ruby, that diamond, you have to go and do a little digging and some chiseling, and some things have to go through the fire to come out purified. So there are some things on the inside of you that are yet to be discovered. And it's time for you to go through it so that you can get to the other side and do it, without being afraid. Just walk through it and just do it. But just know that there's something special that's going to come out of this, because God will get his glory. And there's so much glory on the inside that's bubbling to come on out so he can get that glory. So there's so much potential, Dr. Cooley, because we were created by the likeness of God. And he placed that seed on the inside of you. So I use it as a tool to help bridge the gaps to bring others into their true selves, to bring others into the vision that God has called them to, and help them to walk into that purpose that was designed for them before the foundations of the world.
Well, you mentioned something that's so important, I believe. Is sometimes we reach a level inside of us.
Right.
And you know what my motto is: dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do.
That's right.
And we reach a level inside of us sometimes where we think that we have achieved everything that Almighty has put us on here for. And he let us know real quickly that we haven't even scratched the surface yet.
That's right. That's right.
You have to stay motivated. Your dreams might be too small. I mean, your dreams might be too small, and you accomplished a small dream, but I got bigger things for you. And we have to always, I believe, understand that the power of God is unlimited.
Unlimited.
And just because we reach a limit and we can't see past the tip of our nose, because we don't want to put the work in most of the time. We just like, just give me this. Give me. If you don't inspire, be greater than where you think that you have already reached that plateau, then you're stagnated and you just walking around just like everybody else, average and ordinary. I believe that God created us to dig deep and get rid of the average and ordinary side and look for the extraordinary side. What you got to say about that, Doc?
Well, you know what came to my mind, Dr. Cooley? They that know their God shall do exploits. You know, the word tells us to seek him first. And if we seek him first, these other things will come to play. And I tell people, if you think that you are the smartest person in the room, or if you know you're the smartest person in the room, then you got to get out the room. You got to get in the room where your mind is going to be stretched, where your mind can go past the limits, where you can see before you see. Let me say that again, where you can see before you can see. So you can see the vision, write the vision on the board, make it plain, be around people that's going to stretch you to reach and go above the mountain. But see, God is calling us out. He's calling the called ones out, and he's causing us to step out on faith. You see, when we step out on faith, we can do the exploit. Because, you know, we're doing the stepping, but it is God that is bringing the action. It is God that's doing the rest. So, Dr. Cooley, if we can just put him first and be in his presence and know who he is, everything else is going to come in. He didn't say it was going to be easy, but he said, I will be with you every step of the way. He said, I will never leave you, nor will I forsake you. And we have to hold on to that. And as I'm talking, I'm just visualizing Peter when he got out on the boat. He got out into the water. But long as he kept his eyes on Jesus, he was able to walk. But sometimes on this journey, as it is with life, you're so far into the thick, into the deep, where you can't feel it, you can't touch it, you can't see it. And the enemy sends a little bit of fear. And it caused Peter to start sinking. And sometimes in life, it causes us to start sinking. But we have to remember who we are in God. And if God be for us, who can be against us? So we have to rise up to the faith.
You are absolutely right. If God is for you, all of, and I talk about it like this, Doc. I talk about there's three: the emotion, your intellect, and your will. Right?
Okay.
We all have emotions where, oh, it's so bad, it's so this and so that, and then when we start pitting ourselves and we forget about the faith, or we forget about our Lord and Savior, the emotion side comes from the physical side. You know, and this kind of that little shield, if you let down some of the demons and well, it's going to penetrate that. So that comes from emotions, the intellect, and I don't know if you remember this commercial that used to come on. You had a green devil, looked like a devil, a red one right here. You know, intellect is where we believe whatever that is, that somebody, just like you said, smartest person in the room, this and that, you think you know everything, and you get out there. Each one of those sides is going to try to convince you that hey, you need to do the right thing. You need to go this way, or you need to go that way. This one gonna say, forget about that green guy over there. And this one gonna say, no, you got to. Guess what happened? They get to fight. Those little two get to fighting, right? Wherever your mind is at, that's the decision that you're gonna make. That's the will. I mean, so by staying in faith and understanding that when it's too much or whatever that is, we just look up and say, okay, it ain't too much. And emotions, your intellect, and your will. Let your will be on the side of the Holy One. I don't know if that made any sense.
No, I understand. I understand. So, you know, your emotions can play tricks on you. A lot of times when you're going through situations, and if you're not around the right individuals that can speak life into your situation, then you can get caught up into those emotions. That's where the door, if you will, to depression, oppression, those windows are open, right? And if you are in that situation, you tend to not make good decisions because you're caught up in the emotion. And as I'm speaking today, because you know, life be life, and sometimes, and we have to redirect our energy, our time back to the Father, right? Because sometimes the emotions can get the best of you. But we have to remember who we are and understand truly that the battle is not ours. So we have to stop in that moment. And if it's lifting up a prayer, if it's crying out to God, and it's okay, God, help me right here. I'm in my emotions. This does not feel good. It does not look good. And if you don't step in, I know I'm bound to make the wrong decision. And sometimes you have to steal away and just get quiet.
You mentioned the word "steal away." Sometimes you have to, I believe, you have to go to that soft spot, that corner, or whatever, and just clear your mind at that moment. And let
Yes.
new thoughts, let new dreams. Let a new attitude come in. And with that being said, we got to take a station break. But I tell you, when we come back, we're going to pick it up. We got so much more with Dr. Mohair. And I tell you, you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do is go to the platform that you're watching us on or listening to us on. Ask any question that you might have. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. It's your life. And we'll see you shortly after the break.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. And I tell you what, I'm thoroughly enjoying this conversation, this discussion that I'm having with the one and only Dr. Jacqueline Mohair, founder, and I tell you, visionary, chancellor, TIUA. She took the time to come on the show today to educate you in me and also inspire you. And what we're going to talk about, we're going to change the topic a little bit, and we're going to start talking about a little bit more of the power of education. Transformation. You know, my first doctorate that I went to was transformation leadership. That's leading from the inside out. That means a renewing of a person, renewing of a new attitude, changing the mindset. If you know everything and you locked into I, me, my, and you're trying to impress everybody how smart you are or how brilliant, whatever that is. One thing that stands out, Doc, when a person like it doesn't take about 5 or 6 minutes to figure out that you've been exposed. So what I'm trying to say is conversation like what we have today is all about inspiring others to believe in themselves, to also seek help.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you don't know the answer. And one thing that Michelle always talk about is when you don't know the answer to something and you think you know it and you want to be all tough and you don't know what it is, you got to ask why.
Right.
Why? Education, the power of education, what we're talking about today
Mm-hmm.
is, encouraging others to go through the transformation and understand that you are not by yourself. So, Doc, can you talk about that just a little bit?
Talk about the power of education.
Power of education and transformation.
Well, education bring about that transformation because
Absolutely.
it is the renewing of the mind. And the word says that we are changed by the renewing of our minds, whether that's in the word of God, whatever it is that you're studying, your mindset change, you learn some things. So we are changed by the renewing of our minds. And so at TIUA, we blend academic excellence with community impact. And through programs like dual degrees and in practical ministry and Christian counseling, we equip individuals and students with the tools to lead, to be able to innovate, to be able to make change in their community, to be able to transform lives through education. The word tells us to study to show ourselves approved. So our emphasis on global exposure. I believe that through mission trips, we connect the dots with our local community by taking them to other countries to be able to see through mission trips the overall view, if you will, of the impact that you make when you truly go into communities with the mindset to transform. So, what we do through the power of education at TIUA, we equip you with the tools so that you can be able to transform individuals. And if you can change the life of an individual, of a mother, of a child, then guess what? You can change the next generation. Why? Because the mindset now has expanded, it has been renewed, it is going to another level of learning, another level of expansion. So when we talk about transforming through education, it is powerful. The more that you learn, the more that you know, then you are able to empower someone else. The Bible says that my people perish for the lack of knowledge. And through education, we are able to help individuals to gain the knowledge that is needed so that they can impact lives.
Let's talk about emotional intelligence.
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of people really don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just like what we talked about a minute ago is knowing it all, or at
Yeah.
least you think you do. Then
Right.
you have these feelings, you have these
Mm-hmm.
emotions, you and you want to lash out, and you and instead of pausing,
Oh, sir.
taking that
Deep
brief
breath.
minute,
Yeah.
and instead of using emotions like we talked about earlier
Mm-hmm.
to try to convey at least how you feel at that second, the intelligence level say, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I want to think about it before you say that. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute."
Right. Right.
Can
Right.
you explain that to our viewers and listeners? Why it's important to?
Well, first of all, emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize and understand and manage one's emotions. Dr. Cooley, we have to take a pause because in this world of today, it's no longer, leading just from expertise. It's about leading for relationships and building those relationships and long-term relationships. So we have to know how to relate. And I know for me, I have to take a moment where I just say, I am the mother of 4 children, 7 grandbabies, and I have to take a pause. Because if I don't take a pause, I can allow my emotions to get the best of me. So, what I'm saying here, it is so important, Dr. Cooley, that we do self care. And I'm beginning to do more of self care so that we can put our emotions in check and recognize the triggers that will cause us to be caught up in our emotions. And in this season and in this time, it's important that we are able to connect with people, be able to build trust with people, and really inspire our teams to grow. And how can you grow your business? How can you relate? How can you grow your ministry if you are allowing your emotions to get the best of you? So I would say, Dr. Cooley, we have to learn to put our emotions in check. And that comes from understanding who we are. Again, back to those triggers, what will allow us to go off um, and rely on these emotions. We have to learn how to stop, breathe, and connect.
Isn't it important, Dr. Mohair, that those triggers, whether it's people or circumstances, it could be during an event, how good it is to delegate some responsibility to others to handle those certain triggers that maybe you may not master, if that makes sense.
I'm laughing, Dr. Cooley, uh, because I know for me, and yes, Dr. JC Cooley, sometimes when you are the visionary and you used to having things in your hands, and a lot of times it's up here, you hadn't put it out there, and it can sometimes cause you to be frustrated. So it is important when you're having these events that you breathe and take a moment to relax.
Dr. Mohair,
Yes, sir.
you're talking about discussion that I done had with you.
Right. That's why I started laughing, right? But do know this. You will be tested, right? You will be tested in every situation. So it's how you handle it. And you're right. So we have to stop. We have to breathe and be able to delegate. Because if we don't delegate, we will find ourselves short fused, being snappy, when you really didn't mean to be that way. But again, it's all up here. And you have not taken the time to delegate.
The challenge that we have with that is you and I, and the world don't know it, but me and you are just alike. And that's a good thing, I think, because we want everything to be perfect.
Right, right.
We have a vision, and I'm on how things should be.
Right,
and
right.
Sometimes we don't allow others to do their job because we step in. Oh no, that's not what.
That's not how you do it.
But Michelle just brought up a good point.
She did.
Is sometimes we have to sit back.
Right.
And she tells me this all the time. Like, James, you told me to do this. I mean, asked me to do this, and now you're telling me what to do. And sometimes that leads us in the wrong direction. But I tell you, I am so happy about the things that you're doing. You're changing lives. You're encouraging others. And a lot of times we don't see that through our vision. We only see that the people that are around us at the time, that we are affecting the people that are around us. But I think it gears further out and, changing lives, empowering others, creating impact through education. I believe that education is so important and that we have to always continue to learn. So in order for us to learn, I think we need to surround ourselves with fresh mental and new thoughts. But we also have to guide because they are the future leaders of tomorrow. I'll tell you what, take a station break. and we're going to come back. I mean, this is so incredible. And Dr. Mohair, I'll tell you, let's do another segment real soon and continue to educate our audience. We want to be part of the conversation.
Yes.
All you have to do is just go into the comments, ask any question that you might have. I promise you, Dr. Mohair will get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after.
I've seen a smile convey I love you. I'm proud of who you are. The one that keeps us close when we're apart. Talking from the darkness of all that we've been through. It seems that there might be a way to leave behind the loneliness we've known and live again life of
Dr. James J.C. Cooley from the United States of America, and I am here to just say, first of all, I'm so happy and honored to be in the Coffee Book 2023, Unified Brain Z and the other organizations. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this collection.
The J.C. Cooley Foundation is a nonprofit organization that was started in October of 2014. The J.C. Cooley Foundation continues to strive to expand its programs and offerings to the youth, young adults, and citizens of our great communities nationwide and overseas. We hope that you'll be able to take part in one or more of the many exciting events that we're offering this year and experience firsthand the pride we take in supporting our cause. It's our mission to equip the youth of today for the challenges of tomorrow, and we rely heavily on the generosity of individuals and business owners for support. Without the assistance of community-minded individuals just like you, we wouldn't be able to serve our youth each year. We ask that you make a commitment to support our annual appeal by making a cash donation. This year's goal is $50,000. Your generosity will assist us in making a difference in the lives of the youth in our community. You can give online at CooleyFoundation.org. Remember that every donation makes a difference regardless of size. The J.C. Cooley Foundation thanks you in advance for your contribution.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on The Answer. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on The Answer.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. All right.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you what, absolutely magnificent guest, Dr. Mohair, is. Doctor, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Michelle was saying she couldn't hear me. But this absolutely fantastic guest is inspiring me. You know what? I'm a military guy, and I'm getting ready to pop tall. And I'm going to hand salute. That's a military term. Here we go.
The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right.
It's your life, and that's what Dr. Jacqueline Mohair is bringing to you right now. It's your life. You got all the tools that you need to create change in your world, and she's gonna help you create change. Because, as you know, this is a very powerful young lady right here. When she speaks, I mean, it's just it's there. Because she's using the tools and the leadership abilities and upbringing that her father and her mother implanted in there. And I think that I am as well, because in order to really achieve something, you had to go through trials and tribulations. You have brothers and sisters that are a lot older than you, that want you to do this, and others want you to do that. And we have to pick which direction. Mommy and dad just want all of us to be successful. But success comes within one's self. I'm a believer, as you already see that Dr. Mohair is a believer. And changing lives is what we try to do. But it's up to you to inspire, encourage, understand through vision, understanding, and focus. Now, Dr. Mohair hit on that one about 2 segments ago, and she probably thought I had forgot. Vision is being able to see past the tip of your nose and being able to, when there are roadblocks up there, and you're like, I can't see past that wall, but you got a mind. So you have to be able to, your vision, your dreams, your thoughts, be able to see past the brick wall or the cement wall and to achieve the goals. And what she is talking about through education, through community service, she's talking about mission trips. She's talking about just educating the world. Dr. Mohair wants to educate the world, everybody. So vision is being able to do that. Understanding that you got purpose. And, Dr. Mohair can't do it all by herself. You have to step up to the plate, help out too. So you have to understand, if you want to do this or you want to do that, you have to step up. You have to understand what your purpose is. And you can't always run around being the smartest person in the room, like she said. You have to sit back, and hopefully there's a lot of people in the room smarter than you, so you can learn from them. Focus is one thought, one goal at a time. And through education, through her programs, I believe is so inspiring. And through her ministry, one thing that Michelle did not tell you, Dr. Mohair is also an ambassador several African countries. And she does so many great things. Doc, I want to talk about that a little bit. I always set you up like that to talk about some of the things that you're doing to inspire others to step out their comfort zone and step up to the plate. Doc, I'm turning it back over to you. Come on.
Which part are we talking about, Dr. Cooley? I know you talked about the vision.
Inspiring others to sometimes step out their comfort zone and don't see, if they can't see it. I mean, if they got a roadblock, they got a wall up, to kind of see past that with your vision, your understanding, and come up with a focus on how you could get the job done.
Well, you know what came to mind, Dr. Cooley, as you were speaking? I was thinking about the greatest nation on the earth. What is the greatest nation on the earth?
I believe.
Well, that greatest nation, what do you believe?
I believe it's Africa. You know what? Let me tell you.
Africa is a great nation, but that's not quite where I was going with this. You were talking about vision.
Oh, okay.
And I want people to understand what is the greatest nation that is on this earth that God has given you. Think about that, Dr. Cooley.
Well, I mean, I love America. Uh,
Ah,
but I mean,
it,
I'm not even gonna guess, Doc. I mean,
well,
I'm not.
you know what it is? It is your imagination.
Oh, hold a buck.
Because if you can see it, if you can visualize it, if you dream it, and you put that thing on paper, the Bible said you can, write the vision. Where is the vision coming from? It's all up here. It's in the imagination. It's in the dreams. So if you can visualize it and you can write it on paper, they that see it will run with it. So even if you're looking at it, it's gonna run. It's gonna happen. You gotta keep the vision before you. And when I say you gotta see it before you see it, meaning you got to call that thing is before it is. You got to believe that thing is going to happen before it happened. So you got to visualize it. You got to see it before you see it. But it will come to pass because the word said you will reap if you don't faint. You have to stay focused to see the dream manifest. Now,
Hold up, Doc. You just brought something up
yes, sir.
that, and in my speeches,
Uh-huh.
and when I do this, and what? Let me ask you something. I know we only got 4 minutes left in the show. What is the richest place in the world?
Yeah, now you set me up.
No.
Okay.
I got you, but I got a point. Hey, come on now. You got me.
So I can even say Africa. Because there's so much richness
Okay,
on the
that's not
continent
it. I'm
of
gonna give you
Africa.
another. I'm
But
gonna
that's
give you
not where
another.
you're going. That's not where you're
No,
going.
no.
Okay.
Again, what is the richest place in the world?
Well, the richest place in the world, I would say, would be the God within you.
Okay,
Because if he's in you, do I need to go another way?
let me break this down.
Break it down, Dr. Cooley.
The richest place in the world is a cemetery, and you know why? Because we have these dreams, we have all of these things, and we think people gonna laugh at us, and if I share it with somebody, they're gonna laugh with us, and so where I'm going with this is what you just said a minute ago is the richest place in the world is in the mind. But if we do not use our minds and we don't want to share these ideas with others, guess what? Guess what happened? You might be the person to have an idea with to solve world hunger and everything, but if you don't share it, if you don't utilize the mind, it's gonna go. When we die, those dreams go down with us, and they would never share. So the richest place in the world to me is a cemetery. And we have to encourage the living, all of us, to share our ideas with others. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence, the 4 C's. So, hey, Doc, I think I got you on that one. But
You got me on that one.
hey,
You
Doc,
got me on that.
closing remarks. We got about a minute and a half left in this show. But what do you want our viewers and our listeners to get from this great conversation that we have?
Oh my goodness, Dr. Cooley. I want the listeners to truly grasp that they don't have to give up on their dreams. They don't have to stop dreaming. I think a lot of times people stop dreaming, they stop living. And I heard Dr. Les Brown say that many individuals stop dreaming or living at the age of 25. Life starts happening. Things does not feel like it's going the way that you wanted them to go. And you look 25 years, 30 years on down the road and you wonder, how did you get here, right? And you just really just have come to a point in life that you just feel this is it. I'm here to tell you there's so much more. If God himself can give Sarah the very dream, the baby that she's always wanted, even in her old age, he can still do the same for you. It's about seeking him first and allowing other things. He will allow those things to be added onto you. So don't give up. Don't give in. Keep pushing. Keep pressing, because greater is on the other side of whatever it is that you're going through.
Wow, we are time. I want to thank you so much. You know I love you. You already know that.
Love you too, Dr.
For taking
Cooley.
time to come on the show. This was absolutely fantastic. If your schedule allow you,
yes, sir.
I would love to have you back home.
I'll be back.
I love it back. But I just want to thank Dr. Mohair for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Chancellor. I mean, and you can add like 100 other titles for taking the time to come on the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. I'd like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for putting together another absolutely fantastic show. I'd like to thank our viewers and listeners all over across the world for tuning in. And I'm going to leave you with one important note. Always dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. It's Your Life, and we'll see you then.